Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. Ooh, got into the upper echelon of the notes there. Before we jump into tonight's session, we do have some quick announcements to get through, beginning with our sponsor for the evening, Deck of Many. Sam.
Our sponsors are Deck of Many tonight, so tonight we've put together a Deck of Many characters. These cards are like all the ingredients you need to get a classic Sam Riegel advertisement. It's stuff like offensive accent, or parody song that we can't have the rights to, or dad joke, or offensive, or offensive. So I'm going to pick 3 things randomly in this deck, and we're going to make a character for tonight. Okay, number 1, Santa Claus. Number 2, France. Number 3, Doctor. All right, let's go to the props. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, good. I laid both of them.
Okay, I got a doctor thing.
Oh, how convenient.
Got a, oh, God, yeah. Good. That French thing. Let's see, what's a French one?
The mustache?
Oh, shit. These aren't peeled, are they? Well, let's just go with it. We'll go with it. Okay, so I now present Dr. Pierre Santa Claus.
Nope. That's not how you build a shirt.
One sleeve.
Ho, 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 jour. It is I, Pierre Santa Claus. Deck of Many just launched their Vendredi Noir, that's Black Friday, sales this year early. God damn it.
Get the mustache on there. Get the mustache on there. Hold for mustache.
If you use the code CR2020, that's CR2020, or the link the Deck of Many, deckofmany.com/CR2020, you can get shipping on all your orders over $50 in the US and Canada. Of course, I, being Santa Claus, can deliver all over the world! On Dasher, on Dancer, on Depardieu, on Disneyland Paris. Ooh la la!
Oh my God.
You can grab the classics from them, like animated spell cards or the awesome RPG Humblewood. Oh, I forgot I'm also a doctor, so get me 20 cc's of the brand new Islands of Sina Una and a hypodermic injection of the Griffin Saddlebags books. I'm French too.
No.
I do not shower. All right,
God.
use the code CR2020 or the link thedeckofmany.com, thedeckofmany.com/CR2020, and get free shipping on all orders over 50 in the United States and Canada. Vive la Révolution! Vive le médecin! Vive la Christmas! Back to you, man.
Yay!
Wow! That was... I haven't watched a person melt down in a while.
I didn't have a lot of time to read the bit this week.
But we got a shout out for Gerard Depardieu in there.
We did.
Yeah.
I am all for creating a Sam Deck of Many, and then we just have to force you to do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we get to cultivate the cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a fat cigarette. Is that supposed to be a cigarette?
Yeah.
it is I believe Mauritia calls it a blunt.
I do appreciate that it has its own mustache. It's pretty
man.
fun.
Wow.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Deck of Many. For our next announcements are short today, Laura, you have something to talk about.
Well, hello there.
Oh!
Hold on.
Do it.
I had to put it on. I just love it so much. So yeah, we decided to make our Jester hoodie from the Mighty Vibes video.
Yes!
So
It's from that?
Yeah!
Oh, that makes
So
way
you
more
can
sense.
wear it and you can, just like doodle or whatever. This was, of course, inspired by the hoodie that was designed by Cami Areopagita. She's the wonderful artist that does the Mighty Vibes stuff.
Opening title sequence.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's phenomenal. And so the hoodie is available in both adult and kid sizes. Yeah. Pushed for that one.
Oh my God.
So yeah, they're available in the US, the UK, and the Australian stores. Check them out.
They're so cute.
It's so wonderful.
Pull that horn off of your head.
Is it
Everything
squishy?
over.
Is the horn squished?
It's squished.
It's lethal. It's lethal.
It's not lethal. It's so wonderful. Yeah, I've had Ronan running around in his.
Looks so cute.
Cute.
Looks so cute, the little
Pretty dumb
ears.
cute.
I love it.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Well, that's all we've got as far as announcements go today.
Yeah.
Thus, let's go ahead and bring us into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
The adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair, they got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there, there's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting, rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands, take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call, digging deep in your soul? As the legend unfolds, now it's your turn to
And welcome back. That was late on the draw. Well done.
Always late.
Welcome back. So, the Mighty Nine have made their way to Iselcross after agreeing to be hired by Lady Vesterogna of the Cerberus Assembly. You made your way across the frozen depths on an icebreaker ship known as the Midnight Hammer, did some battle, made your way to Ballenpost, the Cerberus Assembly handled outpost here for the Empire on the south end of Forin, the largest landmass within the region of Iselcross. There, you made some friends, gathered some supplies, and prepared yourself to journey northward with Vess and your hired guide, Dagon Underthorn, the following day. During the evening, you scryed upon Mollymock and discovered that he was taking some sort of a tome, a weirdly front-backless bound tome from a comfortable room, and seemed to peer back at you, could see you, and converse towards you in the middle of your scry. After this chilling exchange, you all bore down for the night, and the next day began to wonder why Vess hadn't come to meet you. When you went to inspect her area on the third and upper floor of the fort of Ballenpost, you discovered her room had an open window, a thick layer of snow, and her body laid strewn across the bed, blood pouring from her head in various orifices. You inspected, gathered her body, set it within your amber, and wore it to keep it under wraps. Using illusion, you convinced the individuals who were currently curious about why there was some commotion at Ballenpost that Vesterona was still alive and that they do not have to worry about anything. In these moments, you quickly gathered your things, met up with Dagon, and set out northward from Ballenpost, with none the wiser for the time being of what has transpired. So, Mighty Nine, carrying your magically sealed corpse of Lady Vesterogna, member of the Cerberus Assembly, and your fantastic guide, Dagon Underthorn, you leave into the frozen expanse, the distant, white, snowy horizon of Iselcross, northward. And as the cold midday afternoon begins to set upon you, the temperature causing your cheeks, or most of you who aren't just her, to begin to sting with adjusting to the new, much more frigid out atmosphere. You crunch through the snow, foot after foot, heading northward. After you get a little ways away from Ballenpost, and you think you have at least some comfort out of earshot aside from your companion, your guide. If there's anything you'd like to do, discuss or anything, or we will move into the journeying portion of this trek.
Matt, I think your music stopped, by the way.
No, it did. It crashed, like apps do.
Like they do. And just out of curiosity, so the snow is about how high? Mid-shin, knee?
From where you are right now, it can range anywhere from about knee to waist.
So are we going to be slowed in this thick powder?
Terrain?
You would, except you have and brought with you somebody who is extremely well versed in these regions.
Is it me?
No, not at all. You.
Yeah, should we have bought like snowshoes or something? I didn't even think
I
about
want
that.
shaved ice when I see you, Sam. It makes me so hungry.
Here we go.
I got 3 different flavors.
Looking good. Looking
Bubblegum
good.
and grapes.
I'm into it.
So, as you begin to set out, you watch as Dagon, who has affixed these kind of metallic shovel-like elements to the front of his chair, lowers them, and you watch as they press down and become almost like a sled / carving mechanism at the front. And he just looks back over and says, "Whoever gonna follow, stay close." And begins to push forward. You can see the wheels he has a set to it are different than the ones that he had when he was in town. These have these like jagged, almost metal grips across them that they can pick up on the dirt and the rock. And he just kind of pushes along, and as he does, it just grinds this path through the snow. He says, "I've got a few miles of this. We might hit some ice, or at least, hopefully, part of the land that's not quite as challenging for you folk."
Dagon, is there anything that we can help keep an eye out for on our flanks? Anything that likes to ambush or
Anything.
anything? Anything is what we're keeping an eye out for?
So there's nothing good to see out here then at all? No cute winter furry animals or the like?
Well, there are animals, yeah.
No jackrabbits or
We
like,
talked about all of the monsters.
baby seals or...
The last game.
I mean, you won't find seals as far into the landmass itself. You can go back to the shore if you're looking for seals. But, you might see some snow rabbits, you might see some wolves, you might see some other north area bison of some kind, but the further north we go, the less game you're gonna find.
And this map from Lady Dorogna here, I know we're traveling from Ballinpost up towards Aor. Are we going to go along this shoreline, around sort of this plateau elevated area, or are we going to go along this...
I'd recommend going on the eastern side. The cliffs are a little precarious.
lava area? Okay.
Right, the lava river.
We'll stay far enough away. No reason till necessary. Anyway, follow suit. Now, he does have a natural explorer Arctic feature, which means difficult terrain doesn't slow his group down.
Oh, his group.
None of you can become lost unless by magic means.
So for he a ranger?
I bet
He's a ranger.
He's taken a little bit in Ranger, yeah. That's why he's a good guide in his spaces.
Yeah.
So, following his lead forward,
Where's your damn music?
lead's not coming through too well. We're just gonna go here. There you go. We have our own set. Perfect.
Yay.
Spooky.
Oh, that's better.
Spoopy.
Pushing onward, heading northward, you keep yourselves bundled, trying desperately not to inhale too deeply with any given breath, as certain elements of the wind as it cuts through can cause the temperatures to drop far lower than you're expecting, and you catch yourself at one point or another sputtering as you can feel some of the moisture in your lungs almost seem to crystallize and freeze, having to cough them back out. This is going to be a tough trek, but nevertheless, as Dagon is leading ahead, who is helming the main visual range around you, who is keeping watch for anything.
I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check
Can I
for me.
assist Caduceus?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
I kind of hover in his, I'm drifting behind him, and just trying to look wherever he's.
You rolling with me, or am I taking
You take
advantage?
advantage.
All right.
Staying in the wind tunnel?
Yes, yeah.
Natural 20.
Started off right.
What am I reading?
These last 2 sessions, you guys have been just 20 in it. That's good. Well, good. Keeping that in mind. Advantage wasn't even needed on that one. Dagon does kind of shout over his shoulders. He's pushing forward. You said we were going to the excavation to the east of Aloax, right?
A5 is where
Right.
Lady Dorogna told us to meet her.
I know roughly whereabouts where it is. I've passed through there and taken some folks to and from before, so just follow me.
Okay.
So, trekking through you, there are...
I could maybe send her a message and see if those plans have changed. But
Oh, yes. Perhaps
Maybe after a few hours in, we should do that, though.
We're just
it's
getting
a smart
started.
idea.
Let's
Yeah.
Put some
I'd like to
distance.
see that.
yeah.
Fair enough.
just a note on this map. There is an A question mark that's way to the east, not in the direction we're going. We're okay ignoring that for now, right?
Feels like we should do the ones that people have gone to before.
Yeah, but the video gamer in me wants to go to the question mark.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely want to see what the question mark is, but, I know Lady
long-
Bess had
it's a
said,
detour.
2A and A, 2 Alpha and Alpha. This is where we're headed.
Yeah.
Dagon, if we hit every one of the A's, how long would that
You share the map.
take?
Just on the map are all the ones that are known.
Wait, there's ones known not on the map?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, there's excavations all around Isocross, across multiple islands, and these are just the ones in the southern portion of Foreign here.
Oh.
Wow.
I think we stick to the map for now.
I was only paid to go to the main excavation and some destinations in between, as you pointed out, but if you wanted to go further than that, it's going to cost you more. And if you want to go across different islands, well, you're going to have to book us passage as well.
Okay.
What's the furthest north you've been?
To the crater.
What's the crater?
There's this odd kind of bowl crater. I've only been there once. There's some of the wild folk tell myths of a place that sometimes it's not what you remember it was. Some people say it's a dreamscape of beautiful greenery in the middle of the icy expanse. Others say it's a volcanic, destitute nightmare. Others say it's a weird desert landscape where flying beasts scream. Now, none of that makes sense, and it sounds like folks just going a little crazy when they're lost out in the wilds of Isocross, but I saw with my eyes, looked over a mountain ridge, and there it was, a big old valley filled with all sorts of weird, lush green. Didn't belong.
I think I speak for the group when I say I feel like we've seen weirder. So that seems.
All right, well, there you go. It doesn't affect you all that much.
And you said this was
I like
further
that.
north?
This is to the very, very north.
Very north.
So right now you're tempting us with something that has nothing to do with our current mission.
I can tell you, there's
sounds amazing.
There's a lot of amazing things in Exandria, and I hope you get to see some of them before you die. But I ain't taking you everywhere.
Okay.
Fair, it's fair.
What if all the way north? Maybe that's homeward bound.
Oh.
Maybe that's where we're trekking.
Bloody Sam.
Eventually.
Well, if it's a giant crater, I wonder if that's where the...
The city used to be.
Yeah.
Dagan, you don't happen to have a map or know of any of these excavation sites that might be able to provide a map north of Aor's location, do you?
I'll keep all that a beer.
Shit. Are you very good at drawing?
I haven't tried.
Okay, we'll check it later today.
And I can sign my name in the snow if that's what you mean, but...
That's pretty cool.
All right, fair enough. And he keeps pushing on. Well, for the first day of travel, and to get to that specific location on foot, thankfully, still keeping Dagon in your current group, you'll get there in about 5 or so days. Damn. It's 5 days of travel.
Sucks.
So for the first day, I would like somebody to roll a d20 for me.
I'll do it. 12.
12.
Oh no.
All right.
You would have said
Keeping
that.
your eyes
Yep.
peeled.
The extremes seem to be bad.
Oh no.
You move along. a fairly quiet day. The weather is clear. The soft snow that was falling near Ballon Post in the southern portion of the island begins to dissipate. The wind begins to fall to just a fair breeze. While it is still cold, your journey goes unimpeded. So the first day's journey, relatively uneventful.
Not bad.
Nice.
Is there anything you'd like to do before the day is done?
Any scrying, any messaging.
I will actually borrow, see if I can borrow a piece of paper from Caleb and just, maybe just a scrap and see if, like, he has any good cartography skills, like, just like a rough.
Take his 5 or 6 complete pieces of paper. Get whatever you need.
Oh, well, I mean, that's expensive paper. You can use my sketchbook.
Oh, yes. Please, keep your expensive paper. The sketchbook is far easier. Just, I mean, you might totally screw this up. Thank you. Could you
just ask her any more questions? We can't do that now, but in 9 days or so, 10 days.
That's how long a wait it is.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
You do that, it takes a toll.
I definitely can come up with questions for her.
It'll be a while.
Dagon, I wanted to see how your map drawing skills actually were. Do you want to take a gander at just giving a rough sketch of what North of Aeon might look like to your best of your ability?
I figure the weather's not too bad. Pass it on over.
Yeah, okay.
Takes it and kind of puts it over his lap and begins to take this piece of, like, rough charcoal and it's kind of sketch out.
Well, that's no fun.
That was a 2. He hands it back to you and goes, I mean, that's about as good as I can recall. And it's it's a Rorschach test with less ink. There's a point where he goes like, there's Balin Post, and that's where we're going is there, or and up there's where that crater was, place I was telling you about. It's about another, I don't know.
Is this an organ?
What? No. What? I drew on it? Hold on. Wipes his little patch of spittle from it where he got excited and kind of like,
That improved it somehow. Thank you. This is wonderful. I feel like you have an Etsy shop waiting in the wings. Okay. I'll put it in my pocket.
I appreciate the joking facetiousness. I just am not an artist.
Nope. Neither am I.
No one for cartography, but I know where I'm going. All right. And he keeps pushing on for the rest of the day.
Actually, at a certain point when Dagon is ahead of us leading the way, we'll wait till he's preoccupied. Something that occurs to me that I want you all to put in the back of your head is that our friend here probably is in some amount of contact with the other members of the assembly, but not anymore. And Ikathon, at least, has some idea who she is with at the moment, so...
Well,
He may be hunted.
at least we have the benefit of knowing that probably no one's going to teleport here for us.
Probably.
They knew she was coming here. They knew she was going to be off the grid, so to speak, for a little bit.
Possible communication can't reach this place very well.
Possibly.
Plus, maybe we can use to our advantage the fact that Cerberus assembly members don't really seem to give a fuck about one another.
I don't know if I would go that far. I think they probably all loathe each other. Some of them. But I don't think they would take kindly, all of them, to having their colleagues wiped out.
One by one.
Anyway, keep your head on a swivel.
Always.
Yeah.
That's all.
What is the plan? What is the plan? Because we came up with a temporary plan that buys us a little bit of time, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, me neither.
What do you mean? We're going to go search for stuff, find Mollymock, bring him back to his senses, get that book, go back to the Cerberus assembly, and use it to take down the whole thing.
But Lady Dorogna, what do we...
Well, in the short term, we could probably play stupid at our first stop. She's not here. We haven't heard from her. You could try to communicate with her and maybe not be able to reach her or make up her response.
She's in your amber, right?
Yes.
If someone tried to scry like we did on Molly, would they just see your necklace?
Well,
She's dead. You can't scry on a dead thing.
yeah.
Yes,
Didn't
you
we?
can.
You can?
We scratched on Molly.
Oh, shit.
Should I maybe give you your
Molly wasn't dead.
pendant back?
I scried on Molly's gravesite.
You can scry on a location, and you can scry on a creature.
Yeah, so you can't scry on a dead person.
Yeah,
But if they tried to scry, it wouldn't work. But I thought all of them were protected against scrying anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah, but she's dead, and she didn't have anything on her. No items, no. So
We looked all
No, she
over
was
they
the
were
place.
picked clean.
So if somebody starts looking for something that was on her that they knew was there, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't find us. They would
Exactly.
find
They would
Where?
find Molly and co.
Molly
Right.
Co.
as long as no one can track the item inside your necklace again, like for the crystal clove.
Well, that was a whole
Clover
other
crystal.
thing entirely, I believe.
I can like crystal clove.
Crystal clove.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Ah, it's nice.
Beat poetry. Daddy-o.
All right.
How's it going, Dagon?
As you guys are like cresting up this nearby hill, you can see the light in the sky is beginning to dim. You begin to get the sense that a colder night is to arrive soon. And he goes, I'm keeping an eye out. I think I found a patch where we can go ahead and set up camp out here. I'll show you all how to live nice and comfortable here in the snow overnight. There's a trick to staying alive in this freezing cold. Come, let me show you. And he lowers the metallic piece down, and you watch as he leans forward and sleds out of view on the other side of the hill.
Oh, man, that's...
Whoa.
Should we try to keep up?
Yep. Let's sled. Who's got something?
Oh, I got a shield.
Last time I did
Great.
this, it did not work out well.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit.
I'm
on
gonna
the
put my shield on the ground and sled down.
Yeah, go.
Both Jester and Caduceus rush up to the top and then jump on their shields and shh. Much faster than you were expecting.
It's always true.
You watch as Dagon comes to the bottom of the hill and he's kind of guiding himself left and right, leaving this kind of zigzag trail. He's done this a lot and has very, very intense control over it before skidding to a stop at the base of the hill. And as he turns around, noticing you guys coming behind on both sides, he goes, shit! And like quickly wheels backward. I need both of you guys to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Oh,
We're going to clock our guide.
Natural one.
oh no! Ooh. 19.
19. So, you manage to maintain control. You go spinning and spinning and spinning, but you come to a rest without issue. As Dagon kind of lunges backward out of the way, you skid into the bank where he had ground his wheels into the ground trying to get out of the way, and as it does, it hits the shield, goes head first into this little dirt patch, and you go flying. You guys all get to the top of the hill and glance over as you watch this impact, and Caduceus gets thrown about 25, 30 feet to the air before, like, his limbs all splayed out on an ice sheet as he just spins, slowly coming to a stop, face down in the snowy,
Get up and
icy
run after
ground.
Caduceus.
That's something seeing a 7-foot-tall dude go windmilling.
Yep. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's fair.
But what about his pride?
Oh, that's far more damage.
That's gone.
You okay?
No.
I run over and grab his sun hat and put it back on his head.
Can you get? Am I on like an ice sheet or something, or am I?
Do you have a sun hat on? You don't have a sun
No.
hat on. What do you have on?
Winter hat.
I don't have. I have a hat, but I wasn't wearing it.
You don't have a hat?
I do. I have a little thing, but I don't wear it all the time.
It's very cold up here. You should
I'm
probably
gonna
put
wear
it
mine.
on,
It's a little
Caduceus.
flat cap. It's just-
I'm going to fish out a bit of catmint and bring up Cat's ire and just have the giant cat's claw sit upside down in the snow. Join me?
Yes.
We sit down together, and I basically just control the upside down claw down through the snow like a sled.
Okay, you both kind of glide down.
Bye.
To answer your question, Caduceus, and there are some regions of, especially in kind of small valleys between hills or areas where the land tends to swoop down a bit. A lot of the snow eventually just kind of congeals into ice towards the bottom.
It's a slick.
Yeah, it isn't like an open lake or anything, but you just managed to land in a slick patch of solidified ice and just skid out for a
I'm going to
moment.
crawl out of it.
Leaves the three of
Grab my
us.
shield.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to run downhill in snow before?
I want to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to take out my skin gorger and use it like a snowboard.
Sick.
So I'm going to like
Big rusty blade.
pick it up,
What could go wrong?
and then head down.
All right, as you jump onto it, your first foot hits, or
a shot.
your back foot kind of leans against the back as the blade spits up almost like you're stepping on the front of a rake. The blade comes up a bit. You put your other leg on the front and then just begin to lean to let the weight hit as you hit the fulcrum point, and then faster than you're expecting, suddenly being carried down at an extreme speed. Your hair. You guys just watch Yasha become this blur of black against a white snowscape beneath you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, for me, please.
Very, very, very sharp weapon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's like a missile heading towards our friends.
Oh, I have advantage. I have advantage on Dex.
Caleb, there's a sword coming towards us.
We'll just go.
Let's go
through
fast.
the-
15.
15. As you are gliding down, you see that one bit of dirt that Caduceus' shield is still lodged in, and you go, oh shit, and you pull back a little bit against the back of the blade, and as such, you actually catch the shield as opposed to just digging into the bank. What it does, though, is launch you
Yes.
a little bit, kind of, you get some air on Skin Gorger.
Touch the board.
Get some air! Yeah. Heel grab. Or a heel grab. Let's do heel grab.
There you go.
Win the games, bro.
More ridiculous.
You, in a surprisingly brilliant display of control, your first time blade boarding.
I just picture slow motion over my head.
Yeah. You eventually hit the same patch of ice a little, a number of feet away from Caduceus, grinding into it before coming to a stop. You can see as the back of the blade, as you're holding it upward, you're actually sending a bunch of ice shavings into the air before eventually coming to a stop. And there's
I'll
this.
do one of those and then get Caduceus all sprayed with ice.
There you go.
Flick.
Whoosh, Caduceus, you are immediately coated in a light layer of shorn ice.
Oh, hello.
Yasha invented snowboarding. Cannon.
Somebody's not getting shaved ice. I'm going to start collecting.
sure.
some
Where do they go? We're just running down the hill.
We're racing because we
yeah.
ain't got shit.
Run down an icy hill.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll for this. It's it's not an easy trek down. You're both eventually going in like waist-high snow, like having to grind through it. But
But
she's
it's competitive.
It is.
we're
She's a monk,
racing.
and she's much faster than you.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. It's on her character sheet. And so you get about halfway down the hill before you look up and notice that Bo's already at the bottom, like Sonic the Hedgehog, arms crossed, like tapping her foot.
Yes, you do. It's on your character sheet.
I lost my shoe.
Oh, how far back?
I took. You didn't see how long I was sitting down?
Oh, I think I see it at the top of the hill. Oh
I'm
no.
running it now.
It's,
Good job. Good run.
good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. If you want to resume your training at any point, let me know.
Oh, I never stopped. I haven't gotten any better. But yes, maybe we need to increase our reps.
Okay.
I think I found a place. And you guys look over, and this little bit of this valley area of some hills in the nearby space, you can see one of the hills kind of comes to a brief cliff, and there's a tiny alcove underneath it where icicles kind of glide down, these thick icicles that some of them come almost 5-6 feet long from the edge of the cliff to where they stop, almost giving this weird cage aesthetic to this maybe 12-foot tall little shaded alcove under this edge of the cliff face. There you can see Dagon is kind of putting one of his sacks over onto the ground next to where he's situated, and goes, all right, this will be a place to bed down for the night. We'll go ahead and build a fire, and this will be enough of an area to keep heat for at least a semi-comfortable night's rest so we don't freeze in our sleep.
Is the cliff face all ice, or is it stone and ice?
As you approach and look, it looks like there is stone and ice. There are elements of exposed stone, but even they have like some ice crystal on them, but you could probably melt back or carve back a bit of the ice to eventually get to stone.
Do we,
Are we camping
probably-
or are we
Camping or
glamping?
We'll probably wait till he goes to sleep, and then we'll go into Caleb's.
Well, you've already used your mansion for the day.
Oh, wait,
Is
what?
this the same day?
This is the same day.
Well, I was going to. I didn't think it was the same day, but I was going to say I think we should learn something here because we could be without magic. We're going to be here a great while. Let's see
That's true.
how
What if
things
you?
are done.
Okay, if you summoned your mansion, though, is there a possibility that like you could summon it in the abyss?
Oh, right.
I don't know.
What if we went in and then we came to step out and all of a sudden we were in another plane?
His magic is weird
Because
here?
magic is weird here.
Oh, we might want to do a night where we like test it.
What if we went in and instead of cats, it was like turtles?
That's my.
Boars. It would be your nightmare.
You know what we could do
thinking
tomorrow
dog.
night when you're able to cast it? We could cast it. We could send Frumpkin in, and then have him come back out and see like if he was
Is
like
shredded in the
mutated or
bits.
something.
Yeah, he generally disapparates, in like a puff of fake cloud. But yeah, the idea is good.
Okay.
Do that.
is
But
that
let's
big
study
cloud
everything that Dagon does, so that we, if we are
We're still doing the dome though, right? I mean, we're not crazy.
not tonight, not tonight.
Full camping.
Full camping.
camping?
All right.
Good call.
Study
Yeah.
time.
I don't like this.
We've done this before. We've done this
I
a
don't
lot.
like it then either.
That's okay. That's fair. Yeah.
Never this cool, though.
But I will light my hand on fire and offer to help start a fire for Dagon. Dagon or Dagon?
Dagon.
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 Dagon, I assume.
Yeah. The pronunciations
Hey,
went a little
buddy.
wild last episode, but
Dagon.
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 Dagon. It's hard to pronounce. Eyebrows.
So, Dagon helps situate a space where you take some of the snow that's in that area and kind of create a slight exterior barrier. It's maybe about a waist or so high.
Ooh, I'm going to help with that because I like to build with snow.
Okay. Just a little ways out in case the wind does blow through to kind of help cut where it would come through in case it picks up throughout the night. With your help, you managed to dig a little pit in the ground where it's just dirt, like wet, damp dirt, and begin to set up what you would normally for a fire. You easily provide it. He's like, oh, see, that makes it a lot easier. Appreciate the aid. Once you get the fire going for a bit, you can see it kind of lights up, and eventually the water droplets start falling from the icicles overhead that are beginning to melt. But this is a semi-comfortable camping space in the sense that you will have to probably get very close together, and even then, you're half exposed to the elements. And by the time you finish setting the space up, it has gotten to the point where dusk is long past, and there's just a faint bluish purple glow to the clouds above that then turns into absolute darkness beyond the faint bit of firelight that's currently glowing the interior of this space. The temperature noticeably drops even further, and you all instinctually begin to get closer around the fire and to each other because it is fucking cold out there. But as you all gather, Dagon reaches behind and opens one of his, and you look at this point now behind him. You've seen it has this cloak over it, this big thick furred cloak that he kind of throws over the back of the chair, but he has all manner of bags, like just this huge collection of saddlebags that are affixed to the back of his chair. And he pulls out this glass jug, this like dark glass jug, and goes, if the fire's not helping you, I got other things to help.
What is that? Just
It's good, try it.
yeah, okay.
It's Everclear. It's just like pure grain alcohol, fire, but it's also weirdly grainy. Like you can feel something in your teeth that kind of grinds a bit.
Gross.
It's not, the texture is odd, but it definitely does the job. And as he sees your expression, he goes, so it's not meant to be enjoyable, it's meant to be functional.
I can tell.
Good.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
It warms you
Very
up.
warm.
Yeah.
I'd be a fool not to.
Wait. Really?
I mean,
Okay.
When an isocross?
exactly.
Yeah.
I take a good slug.
It's rough. It's rough.
It's fine. Yeah.
Hey.
Why don't you have
warm you
some
up,
of mine? I'll share my flask with Dagon.
Feel that.
It doesn't
Try some of this stuff.
Much obliged. Takes a sip. Now this is some decent dainty stuff. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Is that your rosé?
No, that's not ready yet. We had to leave before
Yeah,
it was
that's
ready.
right.
It's still whiskey.
Right. Your risky is dainty stuff. That's pretty bold.
Yeah, I'll have that one, not the dainty.
It is warm
Yeah.
Around. It does. It
Feel
does. It warms up the chest area.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, I think I have heartburn issues from now on. Yeah, like forever now.
Yeah. Welcome to Eisencroft.
I've never had a drink that's crunchy. You know?
It's like gritty, you know? Like a little bit of sand got in your teeth.
yeah.
Not normal?
So, guess I'll be traveling for a while here. Don't mean to ask any questions that are untoward, and let me know if I'm prying, because trust me, the less I know in some cases, the better, but
You want to know which one of us is single?
no, I was curious about what's your business here? I mean, you all work with the assembly? Are you part of the assembly? Or?
Are you secretly in love with me?
No, she's drunk. She's drunk.
No.
You're a real confusing bunch already.
We get
We're independent contractors,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
not associated with any group other than ourselves.
All right. See, that's a level I can deal with. It's good to know.
We've done business with just about everybody now at this point.
Same.
Yeah? Have you done any business with the Kryn dynasty folk?
Couple times now.
They come.
yeah.
Do they come through a lot?
I mean, most of my work goes through Balin Post just because they tend to pay consistently, but done about 2 or 3 gigs now with some dynasty folk heading over. They got like some sort of back and forth ship arrangement on the western shore north of here.
Back and forth ship, like ferrying people or objects?
Both, but yeah, they generally keep to themselves. Not too much conversationalists, and you know. Then again, neither's most of the folk the assembly sends, which is why I'm a little curious. You're a little more colorful than the usual suspects.
Thank you.
The truth.
Kind of curious about the usual suspects. Ever work with the Tomb Takers?
Tomb Takers, can't say I have.
What about other members of the assembly?
This would be my second round with Vess. Sorry, Lady Dorogna. Did one run for some kind of older elvish fella about a year ago.
Stern type.
Yeah. Martin something.
Ludinus?
Martinet.
Martinet, that's the one.
He's good people.
No, he's not.
No.
Terrible.
They're none of them are good people.
Yeah, I assumed as such. But then again, I'm not here for the company. I'm here for
There's
the
one
money.
guy, he likes animals, he's okay, but everybody else seemed kind of shady.
What was the Martinet poking about for up here?
He was coming to oversee the initial discovery of the A2 on your map there.
Oh,
the
was there
other.
something special they found at A2?
I don't know. I haven't been deep into any of these excavations. I'm not much of a delver. I'm more of just a surface guide.
And what was Vess looking for on the last run you went on with her?
We were surveying all the existing ones currently on this map. Or at least other than that one to the east.
The A question mark?
Yeah. Haven't been to that one necessarily.
But you've been to all the others.
Been to a number of them, yeah.
And what are they like? Just ruins or holes or mines?
I mean, each one of the ones, for the most part, seem to be subterranean. You know, the sheets of ice and rock above and someone stumbles upon a cave or digs deep enough and finds something. Number of, say, about a decade or more ago, there was kind of a subtle gold rush, if you will, northward, and people just started poking around with more interests up here, and that's when I made my way originally to try and find some work, and it's been fairly steady ever since. But yeah, I don't go much far beneath the surface, because gives me the willies. Takes another swig.
Who is the worst person you've ever escorted?
Is it one of us?
Give it time.
Only been a day, friend. I don't know, there was this rowdy bunch out of Solrunia with the Dirtian folk. So I think I told you that's where I came from, and I don't know, too boisterous, too loud. When you're trying to make your way across landscape like this, you want to keep quiet. Just a bunch of fucking dwarves singing about what they had for breakfast, about what they had for lunch. Tales of mysteries to the north. I mean, they had beautiful voices, but they just wouldn't shut the fuck up. One day we got ambushed and I got torn apart. I was the only survivor.
So tra la la la.
I just feel bad for the poor halfling they dragged along.
Oh. Wow. It's canon.
So I say they were the worst. But you got time.
Not okay.
Do you remember where they fell and if that halfling had anything around his neck?
Didn't stick around to find out.
Okay, man.
If I see any familiar territory, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. It's crazy how those mountains up there just look so misty and like.
Oh, boy.
Trick of the light.
Oh, boy.
That was bad.
In your experience, the wildlife out here, are they more prone to hunt in daylight hours, or are they more nocturnal?
Depends on the beast.
Right. Makes sense.
Here's the thing. When game is scarce, kind of matters whatever wanders in your space. You'll hunt whether day or night.
True, I would hear a tale of other sailors mentioning how the animals would cross glaciers and floating bits of ice for miles just to get to the nearest thing that moved.
Not everything hunts for food.
What else would it hunt for?
Sport,
Animals?
nature.
Oh, I don't think he's talking about animals.
Oh,
There are many more things than animals in these parts.
the monsters.
Some that sneak, some that run, some that fly, some that burrow. Oh yeah, no, you found yourself to the ass end of Exandria, you have. Just be thankful you got me with you.
Would we be extinguishing our flame at night or going dark?
Well,
It's the same thing.
we're not going to keep it stoked if that's what you're worried about. But you're going to need the heat, I'd say a little more than you're going to be worried about being seen. That's why we're tucked in here.
Yeah,
For the most part, we'll be all right.
I'm so sorry. This has been very entertaining, sharing drink with you, and educational, how you've built this little lean-to, and the fire is great, but this is a lot colder than I anticipated, so I begin to start ritual casting the dome. And I will fill in...
Wait.
The little
I
cave.
pull him to the side. What happened to this being like a learning?
Yeah, I saw what he did. I saw the setup. It's cold.
Here. And I pull out the rod of hand warming. Are you so cold? You
Yeah,
can
this
use
is like
the
it's a
rod.
book, and so they're only in
hug
the
it
first
to
few
you. It
chapters.
keeps your chest
You got to
warm.
finish the book.
There is no meat on my bones.
Here, use this. Hug it to your chest.
Do you want my jacket?
Okay,
You can do this.
okay.
Much like the younger brother in Christmas Story, Caleb is now suffused in layers.
Ooh, a zeppelin, that's mine.
Hey, this is gonna suck. All right, it's gonna suck all
Anyone
night.
having a problem falling asleep? If you let me know, so I can help with that.
What, are you just going to choke us
going-
out, or what?
Just a little
snap on
arm
X.
around the
Little dream tea?
I can do about an hour of protection from energy, which will make
Oh,
the cold not
same,
hurt so
same.
much.
Yeah.
So you can fall asleep properly.
I'll take that.
Yeah, sure.
I can only do one at
You
a
want?
time.
I can do you both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dagon, is there an unwritten code among you guides that you're not allowed to fall for the people that you guide?
Jesus Christ.
Or if you do, that you're not allowed to kiss on the mouth or anything like that?
Why are you asking?
I'm just trying. I'm curious about you and your.
Oh my gosh.
Occupation.
Have you ever fallen in love with anybody that you're guiding? Have you ever had an affair with anybody that you're guiding, like a secret love affair?
With
or
all of
anything?
this snuggling by
Why?
a fire to keep warm.
You said
No, of course not. Look around you. It's a fucking frozen hellscape.
How else will you
cuddle at night to keep warm,
exactly.
yes.
Sometimes
I'll cuddle to keep warm, yeah, but just it's physical only.
Well, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Okay.
sometimes
Look, you do what you do to survive, and
even
fringe
better.
benefits come with that. That's fine too.
But if you-
But emotion doesn't key into this.
What if-
That's what I was saying. You
what if
guys have an unwritten
it
code.
starts as just a physical thing, but then slowly over the weeks that you're guiding them, you just realize, like, oh my gosh, I think I might have feelings for them, but I can't let them know, because there's an unwritten code, and then it gets awkward, and then long glances.
Then at the end of the trip, you settle up your wages and put them on a ship back to wherever they came from.
and it's so tragic.
And they wipe a tear and you wipe a tear and you don't know if you'll ever see each other again.
And then you have to pretend for the rest of your life that it didn't mean anything.
You take that pocket of coins and as you spend them, it's just one more memory going away.
Hey, Dagon, are we the worst ones yet?
Getting real close.
What was their name?
Takes a big swig of the jug, sets it back and goes, I'm gonna get to sleep. He goes ahead and unbuckles himself from the chair and sets himself down in his little bundle of furs.
I'm really invested in this story now.
Oh, where did she go?
There isn't a story.
He's hiding something.
He's got to be.
I'm not hiding anything and I can hear you. We're real
Oh my
close.
God, you know who it was?
Who?
It was Sheila.
He stays absolutely silent.
We'll get to the bottom. We'll slowly break them down.
get
We've got
a few more days.
I'll take first watch, and I will summon the Star Razor, and I will cast See Invisibility to see if there are any wandering orbs or things that are following us or keeping track of where we are.
Okay.
I will have Frumpkin. I will not take the first watch, but I will have Frumpkin keep Fort company and help look.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. It's fucking cold, y'all. About 2 hours into your first watch, the temperature seems to keep dropping, and it's hard to sleep. You are finding yourselves occasionally waking yourself up with your body's muscles shaking to maintain interior warmth. This is terrible, and this is the first night here. You've got going on 2 weeks of travel before you get to the destination of Aor's central excavation. Make a perception check for me.
22.
Okay. About, like, you keep watch for a bit, keep an eye out, you go ahead and use your see invisibility and kind of look out into the darkness. And it's odd because, once again, you have the very faint embers of fire that everyone you kind of watch slowly just kind of crawl closer to as they need the heat subconsciously, until it's just kind of this tangled fire pit of furs and people trying to survive. And you're kind of wedged in there with your sword. It's kind of faint glow off the runes as you look up into the darkness. And every now and then you see just faint bits of snow that fall in and then melt before they hit the ground. This faint little arcane glow appears at the periphery of your vision about 10 feet away in the darkness.
Just sort of look off, play it real cool. Kayla. Wake up.
What time is it?
I'm sorry to wake you. Do you smell that?
Do I smell it?
Yeah, that just smells like rotting eyes.
I go blind and drop into Frumpkin. And Frumpkin tipples up to the little snow wall and starts to just wee a little bit. Do I see anything?
No.
Okay.
Didn't really have a plan for what happened if I noticed. No.
So, everything's quiet then, yeah?
Pretty good. I think we're making good time towards the most eastern location that we're heading to. That one as far east as we're on the map that we have.
Oh, well, we could certainly go Do I see anything when I look in that direction?
No.
No. We could probably go farther.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Don't really know what else
I
to do.
don't know that I can go back to sleep now, Ford.
Yes. I will actually... I'll walk out slowly, casually in the direction of the sphere.
Okay, it's only a couple feet, like off from where Jester's sleeping.
I'll keep walking until I'm... About what height is it in the air? Like up in the air, head height?
It's about head height.
Yeah, I'll just do that thing where you're like, you're just acting like you don't see it, and I'll try and get as close to it as possible and see if it moves.
Okay. It doesn't move. It's been stationary the entire time since it appeared. And it's
just a sphere, right? It's not.
It's just this tiny, translucent, kind of gently pulsating arcane sphere. That's almost like it's made of immaterial and energy, and you just barely can see it. And it's drifting about 3 feet out from where Jester's sleeping, and it's about 5 feet, a little over 5 feet off the ground. And
Is it similar to the orbs that were in the house when he saw?
Yeah,
like,
Yes,
the
it's actually
sky.
pretty dang close to the spheres that you saw back in the Jor house.
I'll lean in close to where it is, and I won't look at it, but I'll say,
You're wearing the amulet too, dude.
"What's that?"
You're wearing my amulet, which dispelled those things before.
That's true. He's wearing the amulet that dispels.
But what?
right.
I think it just hides.
Well, I mean, I know,
You.
but
If
we
you get
had
close to it.
instances where it.
You are hidden from
Kinda fuck
divination magic. You cannot be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. Right, but it's not looking at me. I'll lean close to it and say, "It seems like we're not the only ones watching. If you try to harm my friends, we will hunt you down to the ends of the earth. Keep your distance." And I'll walk back.
Okay. You're attuned to that necklace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I took off the ring of fire resistance.
Someday someone will inherit that ring, though, and it'll be really meaningful.
Look, we're a long way away from the lava, okay? There's still time.
Okay. You watch it as you sit back down. Then eventually it just kind of vanishes.
I'll go back over to Caleb and say, there was another scrying sphere eye. Someone is watching.
Oh, great. Take your pick on who wants us dead.
The Empire, the Dynasty, Molly.
My money is on the tiefling.
Our scent, he said.
Scent. Our blood?
Our blood.
Maybe.
Do you have any idea how to counteract that? Blood magic?
Well, if it's that, no, I do not. Gods, it's cold.
It is. All right. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. For the remainder of your watch, nothing else catches your attention. Second watch, who's taking it? Okay. Both of you guys roll perception.
Good. 14.
12.
Okay. You guys catch the point in the evening where the deepest cold hits. When your breath, even amongst the embers which have slowly died to this faint source of orange, dull glow. In this pitch black, though, it still is enough light that your eyes adjusted. You can make out the shape of your friends around it, and you can trick yourself into believing that the heat there is still useful. But your breath now becomes a perpetual fog in front of you. You can feel the edge of your nose go numb. And beyond this little alcove, the faint snow still falling, the wind picks up ever so slightly. But you don't notice anything else of danger. Nothing else beyond just the weather and the terrible discomfort.
I crawl over and tuck under Caduceus's arm so we can snuggle.
Got a cloak. We cloak.
This is awful.
Someone once said pain is good for you.
Who said that?
I don't know. They're terrible people.
They're horrible.
Yep.
We should make sure that Caleb uses the dome from now on.
I respect the learning experience, and I feel like we've all learned a lot.
I feel more mature now.
Oh, you seem more mature.
Thank you.
All right. We'll say for the purposes of the evening, the rest of the morning light begins to come in. I would like everyone to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh, saving throw.
Yes.
Everyone?
Everyone. Natural 20.
Same.
25.
Nice.
16.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
9.
Ooh.
19.
18.
Damn, look at you guys rolling high, except for you, Sam. You take a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Exhaustion 1.
Love your transmuter storm.
Except he did at the beginning of the night have protection from energy.
For
If
1
I-
hour.
If I cast
For 1
it
hour.
again, though, it won't undo the exhaustion if I cast it again on her. No.
Yes.
Protection from energy again.
No, the exhaustion is there. It's a whole night of very tenuous sleep in a very harsh environment that caused it. So, but nevertheless, as you guys all come to consciousness, you see that Dagon is already situated up in his chair and is currently set the fire up a little bit and is cooking up what smells like some decent meat. You look over and he has a little like cast iron skillet out there, and he's kind of blowing on the flames as he's holding it over there, his kind of thick grizzled hand holding it, and you can see the edges of it beginning to curl and burn. It's like,
I told Caleb this last night, but we had someone watching us. There was a scrying sphere in the air.
well, that's some bullshit.
Yes.
Who'd be scrying on you?
Well, that's a great question. I'm not sure if it was an enemy or a friend, but Jester, it was located where you were. Perhaps it's the gentleman, or perhaps it's...
I don't think he can do it.
It sounds like Lucian. Because she
Could
scryed
be.
on him and he knows her now.
Could be anyone from the assembly. I mean,
Does Lucian know her now, though, from the scrying spell?
But didn't he
Yes.
say to her that
well,
you
no,
for-
he wouldn't have seen me. He would have seen like a little ball, you know?
Yeah, but
Right.
maybe he has some magic that can backtrace it. I mean, he said when you scryed on him last,
Oh.
thank you for leading me to you, or something like
Yeah,
that.
he said he caught our scent.
She is also covered in ice. Seems to be a motif.
Blood magic?
Yeah.
Probably.
Does anyone
If
else?
that happens again, just wake me up. I can dispel it.
I gave someone blood ages ago.
Was that you?
It was the gentleman.
What happened to that blood?
I think he still has it.
No, the gentleman gave it to me. I have it. I have all of our blood.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, at least we know it's not that.
Wait, I thought, didn't the Cree?
Cree, yeah.
Cree.
The blood.
Didn't she draw blood out?
She drew our blood and gave the vials to my dad, and I took our vials from him.
What, she didn't keep any for herself?
That she could have, but, you know...
Make an investigation check, Chester.
All the vials are empty. You just never noticed.
Yeah.
While everyone's debating,
Investigation.
Caleb holds his hand out and uses control flame, and I make the bonfire grow 2 feet and a little
Awesome.
hotter.
Dagon goes, oh shit!
Don't worry, it's good.
And holds it up top.
12.
12? I mean, it's hard to tell. The amount you have in the vials is not a lot, but you have a hard time really recalling how much was taken. It could be all of it. You don't know.
Huh.
I think they were almost full, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
Why, do you know anything about blood magic?
No.
Oh, good. Yep.
Oh, well, wait, no.
Cool.
But if it was hovering near Jester, that implies that
I
it's
feel
someone
like-
who
Yeah,
has
because
recently been thinking about Jester.
when you do that, when you scry on someone, you can only see that person. You know, like, you go in and you see them and you can see the things very close. Like, if I was reading a book, they would see that I was reading a book, but they would have to really focus to try to see what book I was reading. You know what I mean? So it has to be focused on me if the ball was near me. Unless I was lying close to anybody else, but I mean, still, if it was close to me.
If this happens again, perhaps we should have some sort of code word where Ford can say, like,
I'm terrible at my job.
artichokes.
Yep.
And you can then start spouting off incorrect knowledge about our destination or something like that.
We'll also have to do a little test and see if anything happens in the mansion. I think that might be off limits. Maybe. Maybe.
All right.
Money is still on the tiefling, though, because if you were the focus, it's possible anyone could have been looking at you, but who at the assembly would focus on you? Who in the dynasty would focus on
Well,
you?
someone with very good taste in people.
Thank you very much.
I mean, he looked back at you
Yeah, the
last
Yeah,
time
but-
that you scried.
All he could see was a ball. You know what I mean? Like, Ford, you
think.
wouldn't...
You think?
I don't have 9 eyes tattooed on me. I just saw the...
What would I have looked like if he could see me in the little ball? Do you think it would be like
Fisheye.
a fish eye? Yeah. Like,
Well,
would you have
sleep-
seen, like, my facial reactions as he was talking to me? Because I didn't think anybody could see, you know, so I wasn't being...
You were sleeping with your mouth open, if it's any consolation.
Were they drooling? Oh, it's frozen. That's interesting.
Well, I don't know nothing about blood magic. Whatever the fuck y'all are tied up in sounds real complicated, but I got some bacon.
Bacon!
It's not real bacon, it's wolf bacon, but it's similar texture.
Wolf bacon.
Yeah. So serve, and it's actually a pretty solid slab here. He's like, I figure this will be a nice way to welcome you after your first night out in the plains. Everyone sleep okay?
We did it.
Tomorrow night may be
like a
better.
frozen log.
It's not gonna get better, so
We learned
tuck
a
up.
lesson, yes? Hard lesson learned.
feel
All
like
the wise
hard
before
lessons
us.
learned.
Seasoned travelers.
So much character
So
built
much.
last night.
Just barely slept.
Good.
Bushels of character.
It's early, we should get moving. And he goes ahead and pushes some dust over towards the flame. He says, if you don't mind lowering a bit,
Do you want to get rid of it or just to bring it down?
get rid of it.
I extinguish it completely with a wave of my hand.
Oh, that's easy. And he kind of wipes the ash and his palm on himself and goes, all right, get our stuff. He puts all the things in the back of his chair. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Missed
Follow
the
me.
fire already.
Come on, Sheila. And begins wheeling around outside of the alcove and heading back into the plains. Now, I would like somebody to roll another d20 for me, please.
Who rolled before?
I did it last time.
Okay, you're up.
I'm doing it. Don't fuck me, Gil. 15.
15. You travel for about 4 or so hours into the cold expanse. The snowfall is still gentle, but the temperature is still freezing. And now that your body has spent an evening in the elements, it seems to cut even deeper than it should. uncomfortable as it is, Caduceus and Beauregard.
Oh, shit.
You both keep an eye kind of a little ways to the northwest of where you are. And you see something protruding from the snow that has a texture unlike the surrounding rock.
Dagon, is that normal? That thing? Dagon? Dagon.
Call me whatever you want, it's fine.
Oh, Dagon.
I mean, looks like a rock.
Does it?
Does it look like a landmark or like a...
Is it moving at all? Or?
Yeah.
It's pretty stationary to me. Want me to go check?
What does everybody think?
Starts making his way over.
Oh, never mind. Let's keep up.
Yep.
Don't separate the party.
Okay, as you get closer, you see what looks to be an ice-coated column that's protruding about 6 feet from the rest of the surrounding ground at an odd angle, like a weird...
Ruin?
Like monolithic ruin-like column that's just sticking out a
Okay,
bit.
let's go over. Yes. Yes,
Is this
yes,
one
yes.
charted? Is it on the map anywhere? Did we find a
Where
ruin?
is this an excavation site?
I don't think so. If we've been heading north from Balin Posts,
Well, there could be things that are
Could
not
be
on that map.
off the map.
Uncharted.
He's been tucking you guys a little close to the mountain to try and keep from being way out open in the plain. He's like, I mean,
there's something.
sure I pass this time again, but generally don't, poke too close.
Detect
Okay.
magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Casting Detect Magic, there is a faint magical aura about 4 feet beneath the snow surface where it's poking out of. And it's a fairly strong necromantic aura to it.
Detect undead.
No sense of undead.
Detect everything else.
There's
Detect narrative plot point.
there's something weird with a kind of undead necromantic vibe about 4 feet underneath this thing.
How far away is
Could
it
be
from us right
dangerous.
From where Dagon kind of stopped making his advance towards it, it's about 15 feet,
now? Oh, 15 feet.
15, 20 feet
That's
from
not
him.
far.
And this is all snow, right, man? There's this dirt, rock, snow, or just snow?
It's just snow around you, especially after a night of snowfall. As you step through, your feet occasionally find frozen ground beneath and stone, where the ice and snow packs through eventually.
We want to maybe melt.
Yeah, with like sacred flame or something?
Before we
think more
do that,
dig
the
it out.
column. What does the column look like? Does it have markings? Is it just brick, stone?
Do you go and okay?
We go.
Keep some distance.
You go and get closer, and you can see it has this faint kind of scrolling across the surface. It just looks like a rough stone texture, but the closer you get, especially you three, you can see there's these almost geometric lines that connect around it. And there are these little kind of carved small spaces in
On the
stone.
pillar.
On the pillar itself, yeah.
The lines
reliefs?
are on the pillar.
Correct. They're like carved in it.
Romantic or just arcane in general?
You get the sense with your experience that these type of designs can be used to connect elements of Arcana. Or it could be just design work inspired by.
Yeah.
And do the spaces look like damage to the pillar or reliefs that an
Like so you
object
could
might
stick something
spit
in.
into?
Make an investigation check for me.
This thing's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
22.
22. You can tell as you get a bit closer and look over it that there were a number of settings in this that once held stones or something smooth and round. There are multiple places in these designs where these, and of different sizes it seemed, though still roughly around the size of a gold piece, where these stones were inset. But now you look on the outside and you can see bits where the stone has been carved and chipped, where somebody has probably pried them
Dug
out.
something out.
Anything left behind
Within that space?
in any of the spaces?
Any of those spaces that are visible right now? No, they're all in.
Maybe beneath this.
Yeah.
Let's start melting the snow
Is
around
it,
it.
is it icy or snow?
I mean, it's snow on top, but if you start getting close enough to dig underneath, about a foot of snow leads to just solid ice.
Okay.
Before we dive into this, remember what Dagon told us that
Sometimes scavenging isn't worth
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes it's a.
So before we start,
Yeah, but I mean,
This is
We're
like
gonna
a
stop.
dead body.
I did actually say that.
you did say that it was very you were very drunk, but it was very wise.
It was.
Usually the two work well together.
Yeah, I agree. But I think before we go into this, how long are we going to spend time on this before we decide to move
days?
on? No.
I'd be okay with no more than an hour.
No more than an hour.
Maybe it's not like an entrance anywhere. Maybe there's just like a pillar. It's just a marker.
These things can be rabbit holes. They can keep going for forever. It depends on what's worth it. Why are we here?
There's something about 4 feet down, and it's giving me a bit of a bad vibe.
It could be an extra stone, just underneath.
And Caleb, you couldn't read any of these markings, right? That's not a language.
I assume I would have been able to. By sight.
Make an Arcana check.
You don't have to cast anything anymore. You can just read things and.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I have done a lot of
Went to
study
school.
for a long time.
How many languages do you speak?
4.
yeah, but one of them's Pig Latin.
24.
Count.
24.
I can speak 5. I know more languages than you do.
Oh, you're so
Okay,
smart.
not a competition.
Only not.
Best you can assess, these designs are meant to connect different arcane power sources. What bits of equation work have been woven into the stonework is a little out of your specialty. The language being used is some variation of Draconic that you can get the essence of, but it's like somebody took the language you're familiar with and began making their own kind of Pig Latin version of it.
Well, everybody take a breather. Let me try something. I spend 10 minutes and do some muttering and wave a bit of soot and salt in the air and cast Comprehend Languages and take another look.
Okay. It helps a little bit. These are less. It's less of a written language and more of an arcane equation language, if that makes sense. So it doesn't give you information regarding any speech or ideas that are come across. But what you are able to ascertain is this pillar was used. While it has a strong necromantic aura that he figured out, all of the geometry around it has a heavy abjuration feel to it. Some sort of defensive, protective magic, as of design, though all the gems that are visible appear to be missing.
We're standing on a tomb.
Could be.
What is abjuration stuff? What is abjuration stuff?
Oh dear, that's
You're a magic user. You know all about this stuff.
The traveler doesn't tell me like what kind of magic I'm using. He's just like, here's some magic. You can use it to, change your appearance. I don't know what it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Hi.
What do you think, Caleb?
Well, it's to keep people out of something. I don't know if it's a door or a tomb or a gate.
Sucks. I always want to see what they want us to keep out of. Let's go.
You want me to try to chip away some of the...
Yeah,
I mean,
No, not that.
We could melt the ice.
Oh, what are we talking
We could
about?
melt
Of
it. We
course
could
we're gonna
dig the
melt
snow
ice.
out.
Do it. Melt it. Melt the ice at least.
I helped with the snow clearing brigade.
What, with your hand?
Dagon goes,
Be safer then. Back up.
all right,
everyone,
All right,
please.
let's back.
all sorts of interesting, and then wheels his way a safe distance from what you guys are doing.
Got you on
Yeah,
deck.
like
with the-
50 feet back.
Back
Come
up,
with me.
back up, back up.
Yeah.
So I take out the catmint again, and Frumpkin floats in front of me for a moment and then vanishes, and there's a gigantic cat claw, and the claw just goes and just starts digging huge
All right,
heaps of
and you
snow
watch
out of the
as
way.
the arcane cat claw begins to just carve into the ice and pull it away in chunks as it breaks and cracks and grinds it to the sides like a terrifying arcane, what are they called? The
Cat?
Sure. Yeah. I was gonna say like the ice chisel machines. Anyway.
Snowcat.
Damn it.
Snowcat.
There you go. A short time, you begin to pull away all the snow and ice, begin to reveal more of the pillar. And about 5 or so feet down, you can see where a lot of these grooves all begin to come to a little larger than a fist-sized, smooth, emerald-like gem that still remains affixed into this pillar.
Are you still getting a read on that from this?
It's 10 minutes. We're long gone.
Oh, hold on.
But my guess is that's
It's
what I was
just in
reading.
the ice?
No, it's in the pillar.
It's
one
in
of
the
the
pillar.
stones that didn't get taken out.
I think everyone that pulls a gem out just dies.
All right, I'm going to
I
get
know,
within
I know.
30 feet of it, and I will cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Very strong necromantic energy emanating from this gem.
Oh boy.
Totally take it.
I can go grab it just with my other hand if we need to.
No, I wouldn't.
We're gonna have to chip it out.
Yeah, it would not be easy to remove, and it would need to be worked to be removed.
This is literally the stupidest thing we should be doing. We should just keep going, right?
This pivoted the entire campaign 1, but we are fucking with it right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Let's
we
mess
should
with
just go.
The necromancy
Just
thing.
keep going, right?
It would need to be work. How
this
long have
thing.
we been working? How long have we been here?
20, 30 minutes?
Oh, at the pillar, I'd say about 20 minutes.
And we got 40 minutes.
Is the juice worth the squeeze? Well, you got like a mage hand, right?
Is the juice.
Sure, that's not gonna be able to pry something out. I
Could
could
it
go.
take a dagger and
Yeah,
work
but-
like that?
I could, little.
I'm going to try another thing. Everyone back up. Again, come back 50 feet, 50 feet.
Backing up.
50.
Yeah, and I start waving my hands in the air, and will reach out with my hand and use telekinesis to pull the gem out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a.
And there goes our wizard.
It would be a strength check with if it gives you a strength value in telekinesis, or you would use
I
your.
think it's my DC. You can try to move an object that weighs up to 1,000 pounds. If it isn't being worn or carried, you automatically move it up to 30 feet in any direction, but not beyond the range of the spell. If the object is worn or carried by a creature, you must make an ability check.
Correct.
Contested by the creature's strength check.
Right. So go ahead and roll an intelligence check. So roll d20 and then add your intelligence modifier.
12.
12. As the telekinesis pulls on it, it does not come free. However, it begins to pulse slightly. There is this darkened shock wave that in a split second heads out for 60-foot radius.
Oh, we're 50 feet away!
We're 50 feet back.
Yep. I want to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god. All right.
We've learned nothing in 5 fucking years. Like the day.
Did we all just die to this DPK?
Nothing.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes, please.
22.
22.
19.
Nice.
14.
14.
22.
All right.
17.
16.
All right. So raise your hand if you got 18 or higher.
Uh-oh.
You roll the other half of this.
I love you
The
all.
other half of this.
It's been a joy. It's been a pleasure.
This was worth it.
It's nothing. It's nothing in the middle of nowhere. It's 15 out of 20 options.
So, Yasha, Jester, and Ford, you all take 26 points of necrotic damage.
That's not bad.
I'm resistant, so
So you take half that.
okay.
26.
We're about to
26,
take
you take 13.
52 points
The rest of you
damage.
take 52 points of necrotic
Oh
damage.
my god.
Hey,
Let me
at
roll.
least you're not dead. But we're all cursed.
Dagon also takes that.
Oh.
1. Okay.
Matt, it's Dagon.
Sorry.
Dagon, you guys are fucking me up.
Holy shit. Do you want us to die out here?
I don't even remember what I said it as now. Like it's gone around so much now that it's just an amorphous name.
I made a Dagon.
Pretty sure it's Dajan.
That's probably
I
why.
remember it being not Dagon, so it's Dagon.
Right. I was trying to make it as far away from Dagon as possible, and then I don't remember what I said it as, and now it's just whatever.
Dagon.
If it's loosely near the name, he'll answer to it at this point. I'm sure he's heard all sorts of variations of it.
I'm gonna call him Dagoon.
So,
Dag.
you all hear this high-pitched screaming whine as this shockwave of dark energy just emanates from around, and you feel it tear through your body like someone just punched through your soul for a brief second. Your breath is knocked from you. Your vision goes black for about a second before suddenly you all inhale together as once and fall to your knees coughing. You see Dagon's in his chair like, whoa! All right, like I said, don't do that shit. I warned you. You even brought it up. I'm getting way back next time.
Caleb says, not even loud enough for anyone to hear. Are we the worst?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Dagon's alive though, right? He's
alive.
Dagon's alive, but Dagon died.
Oh no, Sprinkle. Okay, he's fine.
Oh, Sprinkle.
You got to revive by Diamond ready.
Chernobyl.
Oh, you look back and the gem is just there where it was before.
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah.
Like if you don't successfully remove it.
We haven't done
like
shit to it.
Well, let's get it again.
Let's all
No.
We'll just go farther back.
Yeah, we just get
That seems.
further away.
What? Why though? Can anybody tell me why?
Because we can have it.
I walk back 12 feet. I'm 62 feet back.
62 feet, okay.
I mean, yeah, I go back 70 feet.
Let me
just to
give
be
it.
safe.
I'm going to take 10 minutes and I'm going to cast a healing spell for
Okay.
everyone who's really. I can do
So
6 people.
stupid. We have crazy shit on a map north of us. We should just go.
We should.
We're doing this anyway because everyone's hurt.
Yeah,
so
but what
that's-
if we need this?
We don't. That's not going to do.
But here's the thing. Your telekinesis spell only lasts for 10 minutes. So if you're going to try this again, you either have to let it. You want to wait for Caduceus to do this.
Just back up.
What are you going to do? Or are you going to try it again? Or are
What's
you
your
guys?
range?
I was
We'll back
making sure I
up.
wasn't dying. I wasn't even paying
Try it
attention.
again. I'll
Wait,
do
you
a
want me
cure.
to pull
Oh, wait.
Wanting you to
What's
try
the
it
range
again.
on your telekinesis? What's the range?
It's exactly 60 feet.
Oh, then no.
Yeah, just kind of like.
Yeah, no, but heal him
No, he's fine.
so he's not gonna die.
No, you need to heal me.
Wait, how
Turn
does
into
that
a
work,
T-Rex.
though? How does that work? If he's exactly 60 feet, will he still get hit?
There's one way to find out.
Yeah.
I don't have a cure wounds prepared.
Oh my god. I will at 5th level cast Cure Wounds on Caleb.
Okay.
That's so sweet.
I'm man.
While this is all going on, I'm going to step back and just start casting Prayer of Healing. Raise your hand if you really need it. I can take 5. I do. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you.
Use it
Oh,
yourself.
I'm using my. I'm the 6th. So
Oh,
1,
Well, that's
2.
all of us.
I mean,
29 points of healing.
29.
use Yasha.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone gets 10 minutes.
Adult. In 10 minutes.
If nothing goes
we're
terribly
still-
wrong and I've backed up,
Are you trying it again? Or are you?
I'm going to.
Yeah, we're all,
Okay.
everybody's back except Caleb, right?
Yeah, just me. I'm going to put a little English
27
on this.
points of healing.
Hold on. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna do.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So here's what I'm going
Started
to do.
working.
Yeah.
Everyone's like 70 or 80 feet on my
Yeah,
way
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
okay.
we're farther
61
away.
feet away.
I'm going
So-
80 feet away.
So I'm going within 50 feet, and I look at it, and then I start running away from it while looking at it, and then I cast it and I jump.
Inertia.
Okay. I need you to roll 2 things for me. I need you to roll an intelligence check. It's a roll d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Come on.
Oh, that's an 8.
Oh no!
Okay. The gem doesn't go anywhere, and then poof, another shockwave. Roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you're not watching where you're running.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, one was a 20 on that same die. but a 4 on the other.
4. So
Wait.
as you're running,
Plus 2, it's a 6. It's a 6.
6. You turn. It doesn't work. You go to jump, and your foot just hits a big old chunk of ice, and you just skid on the ground, and then the shockwave hits you a second time. No. I need you to roll another Constitution saving throw for me, Caleb.
Oh no! What if he dies?
That's better. Oh, it's much better. Much better. Yeah, that's going to clear it. That's 17, 21. 21.
We're gonna try one more time, right?
We have to.
We gotta get this thing.
Okay, so you do succeed, which means you only take 24 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then a minute after that, sorry, I forgot.
As you get back up, the
27.
the inside of your whole body just vibrating and pulsing with this deep set pain, like an aching bone bruise, but it's all over. Your eyes are bloodshot. Now the vessels in your eyes have in some places burst, and now the whites of your eyes are a deep red. All the veins in your neck are like bulging right now, and you hear Dagon go, "What's wrong with you?"
But Caleb gets up and he takes his coat off in the cold, and he throws it down 70 feet away.
Yeah, now it's a point of
He
pride.
rolls up his sleeve.
Let's go.
Wait.
Take your 27.
No, I'm far away from it.
Take your
I'm
27.
gonna enhance ability.
And
It won't work.
No. New does not mean better. And I pull out Catmint and I make Cat's Eye appear again, which goes 120 feet and is a lot stronger than telekinesis contested. And the hand flies out and grabs it and pulls from very far away.
Okay.
80 feet away.
Okay.
90 feet.
Okay.
100 feet away.
Okay. Go ahead and make your...
running backwards, and we all just keep up with him. We're like, what are you doing?
I grab his coat.
It has a strength of 26.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20 and then add...
Plus 8 according to
Correct,
the spell.
yeah, be a plus 8
Pass
modifier.
a flask to Yasha as I watch.
26.
26.
Yeah, just
The gem does not come free.
Oh my god.
And another energy pulse comes off of it, catching, thankfully, nobody in the radius.
He makes a snowball. Throws it. Falls halfway
10 feet.
there.
Yeah, that's just not coming free through physical means, it
I
seems.
want a necromantic emerald.
For what? You didn't.
I can put a bomb in it and blow it up.
Wait, okay. None of us knew this thing existed 20 minutes ago.
I'm ready to walk away.
Yasha, can't you just walk up and dispel it?
Caduceus.
Oh yeah, with your
Yeah.
I am not having Yasha walk up and hit it with her sword.
As everyone's having this conversation,
Take it out. It's not.
and you're just kind of looking around, you see through the ice and things that have been pulled back. There's bones.
Detect undead.
No one dead.
Okay.
Just dead.
Just dead.
Just all the other
Just
people.
really dead.
But you get the sense a lot of people have gone through this
idiots.
exact process.
Oh wow.
The other idiots.
What
Okay,
time is
The other
it?
people that rolled
But
15.
somebody got some of the stones.
I
Yeah,
think
Those
this
might
is
not
the
have
big
been
one.
the same stones.
This is the papa.
I think these are the people who are trying to get this stone. I think they had a bad day.
Should I?
I'm ready to
we're
walk away.
terrible at this
How
game.
long has it
We are
been?
terrible at this game.
At this point, about 45 minutes.
You guys have 15 more minutes.
Should I try to?
Can I look at some of the bones? Are there any, stuff on the body?
You have to dispel it first, if you can. I don't even know how that shit works. Just don't be point blank.
You look, and what bone shards are being exposed look to be like,
I can do
arm bones, and we're talking, hubruses and for femurs and parts of ribs that are all encased in ice that was then broken and pulled away by the cat's claw to reveal this pillar. This pillar's been here a while, and it looks like some folks who have found it in the past got greedy and went a little further and towards the base of the pillar. And at first glance, looking around, make an investigation check for me.
God, greedy.
7.
That spells out everything.
You
Just
you gather, based on the bone fragments here, there's at least 4 corpses.
Wow.
Just in the cat's claw pulled aside debris. you don't see anything of worth that isn't visible. The rest of it's just thick ice.
He's like, I don't know how else to tell you.
This is
He's like, I wrote honeypot on a
adventuring
sign,
party
and I posted it
party.
10 feet away.
This is 3 times.
And then another.
we leave. We
should
go.
This is just
But
quicksand.
before we leave, Jester, paint on the pillar. Do not touch or something like that. To
Stand
warn.
60
We'll at
feet
least
back.
Don't
pay
touch,
it forward.
Don't touch
That would have
the
stopped you guys.
Don't touch.
Yeah, right. Sure.
We'll,
We don't know
we'll pay
how
it
much
forward.
it takes to set this thing off. Just don't touch the pillar.
Okay.
That should just be a rule.
Then how will I warn anyone?
You won't. The bones will warn people.
Could you just, he's a really good guy, and if he says we shouldn't warn people,
Why wouldn't we warn people?
We can. We're warning people. There's dead
All right,
people.
we'll pile up the bodies.
There's a pile.
We could
don't-
set up the bones and then put a sign on the bones like will happen to you.
This is exactly that. I feel like this says it. I really.
This could be you. Don't touch.
I sort of prop up some
Don't
of the
say
bodies,
show.
even though none of its bones, they don't make sense. But
Yeah, it's just a mishmash of splintered bones and frozen ice chunks and it kind of looks like the bottom of your ice drawer in your freezer. It's just kind of jammed in there.
Oh, what the fuck is your
I feel like I could draw on the
It's a
pillar.
mess.
It's fine.
like-
We'll just leave. It's fine.
Let's get moving so we can get. We've lost some time.
An hour. We've lost an hour.
We lost an hour
Fuck
against
out.
people who were
15
moving.
minutes to be exact.
Take some paint and draw on the pillar.
Good.
I'm just gonna write big emerald here. And I'm gonna paint a little arrow pointing down.
Oh, that's murder. Oh. That's going to bring people right to that.
Well, they should be smarter than that, really.
Jessica, I don't know. That seems like a bit much.
I'll actually say if I had seen that, I wouldn't have touched this
Right?
to begin with.
I would have.
Really?
Yes.
Really? For?
Yeah, that's like a cave that says free cupcakes. That's
Yeah,
not a good idea.
Oh, well, I guess when you say it like
See,
that.
yeah.
I just, oh,
It all depends.
you just have to attack it from the right angle sometimes.
That might be one of
Leaving
the
it-
most
All right,
morally
like underneath
ambiguous
there,
things
I'll
you've
write
done.
JK.
Somehow even more confusing.
Who's J.K.?
Emerald here, haha.
Ancient
JK,
wizard
wait,
J.K.
what does it mean?
All right.
Moving on.
On the road.
Gathering yourselves, Dagon's like,
Fuck.
all right, second day. Let's get going.
Yeah, as everyone starts walking away, Caleb whips around, irked, and casts Dispel Magic at 6th level at the Emerald.
At 6th level,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
15.
15. Cast spell magic has no effect.
Wow.
We lost.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll probably come back by this way. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Someday you get the
We're
emerald.
gonna come
Someday
back
the
and
emerald
it'll
gets
be
you.
gone and we'll know somebody did it.
That was a mean.
Got it
Somebody
loose
was
for him.
able.
You swallow your pride a bit and bruised spiritually.
Swear to fuck, if Molly shows up holding a giant emerald, I'm so pissed.
I just look at it and say, I killed Vokodo. Not you.
Pillars, the big bad guys.
Yeah.
Very Kubrick.
You continue the rest of your day trekking northward with fair weather, keeping your pride as best intact as you can, till the day comes to a close, and Dagon's like, all right, time to start setting up camp again.
Actually, do we want to have a conversation about setting up camp?
Yeah.
Did he just use the 6th level spell to try and get an emerald?
I don't need, it's, we're good.
Fine.
We have. Should we mention that we have options?
Yes.
We can do whatever we need. Do you want the dome? Do you want
The
to go
dome.
plush?
Dome's great.
Well, we can go plush though,
If we go plush, people probably can't scry on us.
and we probably will feel better in the morning.
If we go plush now, we might see how the magic reacts before shit gets hairy.
Yep.
Ooh, that's right.
We open it up. Let the cat go in. Close it, or reopen it. See if the cat comes out okay.
Like an octopus.
Or a magic box. Yeah. Or yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Sure.
Speaking of
Octopus is
magic,
very slow. if
getting
we're not
hairy.
at sea.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying maybe it's filled up with water. You don't know.
Super funny though too.
Yeah.
What was your question?
the underwater level. such a bitch. Did we see anything get weird with any of their magic that they just did at the Emerald?
Nothing caught your eye as out of the ordinary.
Not working?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the spells seem to have functioned as intended. There was no signs of any oddity.
All right. Let's This one will be a little weird though because it is dimensional, so maybe things will get weird.
Yeah.
But let's find out.
Caleb.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I will shove Kaliana's wand into the snow and carefully, so they don't disappear into the snow, put all the appropriate pieces. And the door goes...
Oh, son of a bitch. You can make doors.
Maybe can't make the rest of a house, because that would be really convenient right now.
That'd be really convenient, but you know, mages are weird.
The thing is, we don't always know that I will be able to accommodate us, so we wanted to go at least one night to learn from you. And we've learned from you so much, especially today.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, as recompense for your trouble, so sorry, would love for you to come stay with us here. Let me just send my cat in to make sure everything is all right.
Okay.
I summon Frumpkin.
Is he always this weird?
Yes.
Okay.
I tell Frumpkin, go up to the top and down and give it a look-see. And I send Frumpkin. Beep, 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 beep.
Close the door.
Now, can you see the interior of the tower from the door that's open? Right.
Well, I can see into the hallway, right?
Right, yeah. Cool. All right, so you send Frumpkin into the inside of the tower. Seems fine.
Close the door.
Is there a door? Is there a physical door?
It's up to you. It's not so much a physical door more than it's a shimmering door-like arch with like a threshold.
Yeah.
You can adjust the visual out if you want to,
Right.
or make it invisible.
I can make it invisible.
Make it vanish.
To all
Yeah.
eyes, yeah.
Correct. So as I'm asking, are you having it visible or are you having it purely?
I will make it vanish for us all.
Okay. Frumpkin goes, and about 8 or so minutes later, Frumpkin emerges from the inside of the tower. Seems to be positive.
I'll summon the sword and I'll cast See Invisibility and do a 360 and just see if we're being watched.
Okay.
As this is being summoned.
The doorway gives it like a kind of a stronger glow, just kind of in the proximity of it. It's almost like changing the filter with a candle nearby. All of a sudden it gets brighter. But looking around you, nothing else catches your attention.
No spheres.
No spheres, no.
We seem to be unwatched for the moment.
All right, well, Dagon, join us for dinner.
Sure.
And start leading the way in.
As you guys make your way in, Dagon, and like with a little bit of apprehension, passes through, and as soon as it gets inside, goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? Why the fuck did we sleep in the ice last night?"
This is not every night. This
Learning, we were
just in case.
learning.
When in Islecross.
How did?
Think up.
Where are the stairs?
Just think up.
Think up. Up.
Whoa. to glide, him in the chair lifting without issue. It's like, well, just don't need that feature for now. And he kind of sets one of the little kind of glowing orb-looking panels on the side of the chair. And he starts just continuing to float up with you. Oh, this is all kinds of wow.
We have
What's for dinner?
guest rooms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is for dinner?
What would you like, Caduceus? Your call.
A bit of everything. I think, mac and cheese.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds really good.
I was thinking chili. Doesn't it sound like that would be good on like a snowy?
We could do both together. I think that's a really good call.
Yeah.
Some collards.
I'm so ready for this meal.
I hover in the salon, the library chamber with all of us, and I fall out of the central column and walk over and pull a rope pull by the main fireplace here with the stained glass in the motif of Molly's coat. And a cat comes out of a little arch next to it, and I say, Rudy, good. We are going to have mac and cheese and then lots of vegetables and quinoa. As much quinoa as we have at the moment.
And chili.
And chili, vegetarian chili tonight, though.
Well, also some pancakes.
Yeah.
Only
Some
seems fair to get
waffles,
some
Rudy.
bacon, too.
Waffles sound good to you.
Yeah,
Cornbread
but everyone else
waffles.
will like-
Cornbread waffles, Rudy.
Cornbread
dip in the chili.
waffles. Cornbread waffles.
and also waffle cornbread.
Does such a thing exist
Why not?
in real life? I want
If the
that.
cats
though,
can't
now.
make it, I mean, who can?
I want it.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Also,
So good.
one plate of
My God.
bacon, real bacon, for our guest.
Turns around with a slight begrudging, like, okay, type of a feel beneath the meow. But the meal is now under preparation. You can see Dagon is kind of like just jetting around and just inspecting the interior of the tower. He's like, then. And you weren't joking. You are some assembly folk, or at least capable, though aren't usually much for sharing. Kind of glides back down.
Well, we're independent contractors, so.
Well, I don't mind staying along with contractors that provide a better place to sleep, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the meal.
Come, let me show you your room.
Yeah, please.
I will start to hover up to the first of the guest floors where Caduceus and Yasha's room are, but there is a third room there. And when we go in, it is stained glass with wolves over the fireplace and bacon strips along the bottom. And all the same accoutrement that are in the other rooms. And then his central room has got axes all on the wall and a massive wet bar with every kind of whiskey and bourbon imaginable, and a couple of jugs that just have XXX on them. And a fairly traditional and basic bedroom.
Kind of glides in and goes, a little kitschy, but I like it. All right, this'll do. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
That tub is scalding hot when you first get in, so easy does it.
Fair enough.
All right, well, let's say dinner in about 30 minutes.
Dry off a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Eventually, food is prepared, a fantastic spread of cat design to the specifications you required, meals that are familiar to you, and a handful that are new to anybody, as they've been created in the request stage. But nevertheless, a fine dinner spread is enjoyed by all. Some laughter and imbibement, and eventually the evening comes to a close. Is there anything you'd like to accomplish before the night comes to a close? And we'll go to the next morning.
Actually, I'd like to find Dagon and just say it's fair to keep you abreast of two individuals that we are keeping an eye out for. For any reason, if you should become separated for us, we are keeping a lookout for this fellow, and I'll make myself look like Molly.
Gotcha.
And this, and I'll make myself look like Cree. These two seem to be on the trail for the same sort of items, things that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Be wary.
All right, I'll keep an eye out. Appreciate the heads up.
You haven't seen them at any time, have you?
I haven't, no.
Fair enough.
Inside check.
Insight check. Do I believe it?
Make an insight check.
Roll a 4.
Natural one.
Yeah, even better.
I mean, he's a little tipsy, seems to be forthcoming.
Good.
Best you can tell.
Good chap. Go to bed.
All right. Anybody else? We good?
A hot bath sounds really nice. So after dinner, go back to my room, run a hot bath, talk to one of the cats, request some hot cocoa, maybe some like chocolate dipped strawberries. You know, in a Chardonnay. Thank you.
Darts into the wall.
As the tub is filling up, reach in my pocket, pull out the poem from Yasha.
Oh, right.
The what? The what?
Poem.
Oh, shit.
Stare at it for a moment.
Oh, Bo. Well,
Whoa.
Put it down. I stare at it for a little bit longer. Wait for my Chardonnay to show up. Chug my Chardonnay. Pick it up again. Open it. And I read the poem.
okay. So,
My brain swirls as I hear Yasha's voiceover in my head.
So it's at the top of it, it's a whole paragraph that is crossed out and scraped. And you see some words like bow and abs, and shorn, and envelop, and things like that. And it's just crossed out. And underneath it, bow. Yeah, this was a poem, but then I realized it was a dumb poem, and I can't write poetry. Sometimes I have an easier time when I put the pen to parchment, so here it goes. I've watched you. I don't mean that in a creepy way. I mean, I am a little bit of a creep, but I know that you know this by now. It takes me a minute to open up. So I watch, I observe, I take it all in as opposed to letting it all out. I guess the only time I let it all out is when I fight, which I'm not sure is the healthiest thing in the world. But here's some things that I've noticed about you. You're strong. You're a leader. You're really smart. You're really funny. You're honest, even if it hurts. But the thing that really gets me about you is that you love so fiercely. And I know you feel like an asshole most days, but I kind of like that you're an asshole. You stick up for the people you love, and you make me feel stronger. I can hold my own. I know that you know that, but you make me feel safe. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I know no matter what, you'll have my back, no questions asked. Yasha.
Good. Go fuck off, Fluffy.
Leaves the cocoa behind.
Thanks, Fluffy. Wipe away a few tears as I see them hit the paper. And I just sink into the tub till I'm underneath. And I just stay there until I think I can't hold my breath any longer, and then I stay like 20 seconds longer. And then I come up. And I do that back and forth for a little bit until I eventually fall asleep.
In the tub?
Not in the tub, you know, not like a super
Entire
tragic
campaign.
way.
Not a monster could keep her down, but the bathtub that finally takes her out.
Not in like a Jim Morrison way, no.
All right.
Oh, wait, one thing. Can I float up and knock on Caleb's door?
Sure.
Yeah?
Could you cast tongues on me? I mean, you know, the spell where you can make me understand languages or whatever.
Yeah, I could do that.
I just want to read the book, Caleb.
You want to read it yourself?
Well, I mean,
Read it to you if you want.
okay, it could take a while.
Well, are we talking about Princeton Cat?
The other cute cat with the hat.
So I walk us in and sit us down by my fireplace, which has no stained glass window. The furniture in here is pretty nondescript.
This is a boring room, Caleb. You really decked everyone else out.
Well, it took a lot of effort for you all, so no time for me. Okay, so this is meant for children.
Okay.
My mother read it to me when I was very little. It's called The Cat Prince.
The Cat Prince. Yeah. Okay.
Once upon a time, in a little house on the edge of a great wide wood, lived a young boy with his mother. The poor boy was sick and spent much of his days in bed, watching the days pass by from a little window in his room. The boy's mother loved him very much, but as it was just the two of them, and the boy was ill of health and frail of form, every day she had to make the journey to town where she worked in the kitchens of the local lord. While she was gone, the boy would mind the house, read one of their precious few books, and observe the bees and the trees. Oh, that rhymes when I translate it. And the birds in their flight as he spent the greater part of his time resting in bed. The boy knew that his mother loved him and that her time away was all for his sake, and he was grateful to her and loved her in return. But it was a lonely life, spending his days rereading some of the same books or talking to the air in their little home on the wood's edge. One day, and this is all illustrated as we go through.
I hope you're showing me the pictures.
Yeah, I'm going page by page. We're sitting on the couch together. As the boy sat in bed looking out at the fields that lay between his home and the woods, he noticed a cat making its way out of the forest. It's been a long time since I read this. It was not long before the boy realized this cat clearly making its way toward his home was no ordinary cat, for upon his head he wore a little top hat. And if that were not strange enough on its own, as the cat pattered up beneath the boy's window, he stood, doffed his cap, took a bow, and said, "Greetings, young master. You look as if you could use a bit of dancing." The boy, stunned by these words from the dapper little cat, could scarcely find his voice. "Oh, no, sir," said the boy. "I don't know how to dance, nor am I made for it." "Nonsense," said the cat. "Why, anyone can dance if only they look to. Come out of doors and let me show you." And as he spoke, the cat donned his hat and began to turn in circles and dance. And he's dancing on the page. The boy was curious, but said, "Good Sir Cat, I am afraid I am ill. My lungs are too weak and my bones are too frail." "Oh, maybe they are and maybe they aren't," the cat replied. "But either way, you do not want to languish one more day in bed watching the world go by, do you? Come, take a walk with me through the fields, and I will show you how to dance." Overcoming his doubts, the boy managed to climb down from his window and walk a few steps closer. This was no ordinary cat and no ordinary day. And though he felt unsure, his heart did leap a little, and he began to follow the marvelous little cat through the grass, slowly at first, but with more vigor as they crossed the fields. And eventually, he found himself stepping under the shade of the woods for the first time in a great many years. All the while, the cat frolicked and capered as they wound their way deeper into the wood, and eventually the boy found himself stepping into a ring of trees. The cat whirling about, his hat in hand, the furry little dancer twirled around the boy, laughing and calling while the boy watched, his mouth agape. And then, quick as a flash, the cat brought his top hat down right atop the boy's head, who was very suddenly plunged into darkness.
Is this going to be a sad story, Caleb?
Then I turned the page. But only a moment, because all about him, shining in the dark, he saw the glow of hundreds of eyes. Feline eyes glimmering in the dark. Suddenly, about him, lanterns flared to life, and the boy saw he was no longer in a wood at all. Here, he saw a grand ballroom festively decorated and filled to the brim with cats. Big cats, small ones, old cats, young ones, cats of every breed and color, and in the center of the great hall, upon a stage, stood the boy's feline guide. Only now he was dressed in very fine robes, and upon his head sat a thin golden crown of wrought golden leaves.
He's a prince.
Which is illustrated right there. Beautiful little cat. Well-worn pages. The boy stood in wonder and amazement as the great host of cats bowed to their prince and then, in turn, bowed to him. "The world of men is heavy and hard," the princely cat proclaimed. "But here across the vale we move with lighter step. Dance with us, child, and forget your troubles for a spell." All at once, scores of cats closed in around the boy, purring and turning about his legs as thick as the sea. And as they moved, so too did the boy's feet. He swirled amongst them like a cork on the water, and before he knew it, the boy was dancing. Dancing and dancing as he never imagined he could. And his breath, much to his surprise, was hearty and hale. He found he no longer felt ill in the least. Hours passed, and he and all the cats danced without end, and the Prince of Cats more than all of them. After a long while, the boy suddenly remembered his mother, and immediately feared she would worry. He stopped in the middle of the great hall and called out to the Prince of Cats, "Forgive me, Sir Cat, but I can no longer stay. My mother will worry. I have to return." All the cats parted before him, and the prince approached the boy. "Are you sure, boy? You could stay and dance with us for as long as you wish, forever and ever and ever." "I cannot," the boy replied. "My mother has only me, and I would not leave her alone. Forgive me." The Prince of Cats looked on the boy with a sympathetic eye. "Not at all, young one. Fear not a whit. You do your mother credit." And with that, the Prince of Cats stepped closer. "Do not look so crestfallen. Take our cat's grace with you. You can always dance if the will is there." And from behind his back, he brought out his top hat again and pulled it over the boy's eyes, and once again, all was dark. Sometime later, the boy stirred, and his eyes fluttered open. He looked about and discovered he had been asleep in the wood, and the sun now dappled his face through the trees. Next, he noticed a threadbare, patched top hat lying in the soft grass beside him. He gingerly picked it up and stood within the same circle of trees. As he did so, he took a deep breath and smelled the earth and the forest. And as he did, he realized his breath was strong and his legs hardy. "Danke," he said, as he looked down at the hat in his hands. And placing it upon his head, he smiled, kicked up his heels, and quietly started to dance his way all the way back home. The end.
That was a happy story, Caleb.
That's why my mother read it to me.
I really thought that, like, the cat prince was going to trap him in there forever, and then he wouldn't be able to go see his mom.
Well, a lot of Zemnian stories do end that way. It is true.
The cat
tightly
prince
wound.
kind of reminds me of the traveler.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
A little dicey, but very likable.
Good in the end, you know?
Yeah.
That was a really good story.
I'm happy that I could share it with you.
Me too. Thank you. Can I have it back?
Oh, yeah, it is your copy. It will vanish when you leave here, though, but it is yours.
Thank you. All right. Good night, Caleb.
Yeah, good night. Good night.
You wrote that whole fucking book?
Some Zemnian wrote.
All right. Good night.
Now you have to tell the story to Ford, and then he has to tell it.
When I tell it to Ford, the Prince of Cats murders the boy and all the cats.
They went to like some cow
Is that a real story?
I know, right?
Oh god.
Nobody asked me to read them the transmutation book. Nobody.
Is that a real story, or did you write
You
that?
really write that?
I wrote it. Today.
How did you,
did not
even
write
know
it today.
I wrote it today. She asked me to, she wanted to read it a few days ago, so I wrote it today.
Nice.
It's very well done.
That's very sweet.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Well, as the evening draws to a close, a night's rest much more comfortable than the previous Some with dreams of unique motion and playful anxiety. Others with dreams of dancing cats. Others with loose threads still left uncut. Some of vengeance found unintentionally. Some of vengeance still to be acquired. Some to discover the depths of the mysteries that taunt those you care about. And some dreams of accepting whatever this new chapter means. And some just drank until they slept in their guest room. But with the morning, you gather your things after a hearty morning, cat-prepared breakfast. Prepare yourselves to see the warm interior one last time before setting out into the third day of travel northward into the snowy fields of Eiselcross. I would like somebody to go ahead and roll another d20 for me, please.
I think Ashley is up. Me?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Come on, come on, come on.
20, come on.
What do I add?
Just roll a d20.
Oh. 3.
Yes!
Yeah, that's what
Here we
Could
go.
mean anything.
Could be anything.
Oh,
It'll be fine.
he marked.
you find Santa's workshop.
Could you roll a d8 for me,
Oh,
please?
no.
Follow-up
Not good. This is not good.
roll. Which kind of dragon will attack?
No, I think it's how many?
5.
5 dragons will attack.
5. Okay.
Leave it to me.
That's correct. Okay. Hours pass as you press into a harsher day upon the snowy plains of Eiselcross. The winds have picked up a bit, the snowfall has come a bit thick, and elements of distant ice fog block the horizon from the crisp previous day's journey. You trust in Dagon's directional sense and pushing forward, because at certain moments you look around you and have no idea which way is north. You have as good a sense as anybody, and even then you take some moment to kind of ground yourself, because this landscape at times feels alien and repetitive in a very odd way. Pressing on about early afternoonish, the clouds grow darker, and it seems like a bit of a storm of some kind is making its way in your path. As you feel the temperatures drop and the wind grow ever stronger, you can hear the distant howling sound of cold wind beginning to blow through the mountain range that sits to your immediate west, causing this haunting, multi-tiered, terrifying whistling choir of voices. Caduceus and Beauregard, as you're pushing through this steadily shaded space, as you crest some hills and head into some valley portions, you swear you see something in the snow move for a moment.
We've got company.
Underneath the snow? Like it's burrowing?
Like the snow above a hill to your right seems to move slightly.
There's something underneath the snow, right over there.
I just track it. Look for any other signs.
Okay. Make a perception check. Both of you.
22.
20.
Okay. As you all kind of stop for a second, Dagon halts and goes, what's that you're saying?
Something beneath the snow is moving.
He starts looking around the space and kind of reaches back and just puts the hand on the handle of Sheila. You both glance over in that direction and you catch a little bit of movement on the hill to your left as well.
Behind us, separate?
Separate on the other side.
Both sides.
They're flanking us. Back to back, let's circle up.
Yeah, I summon the sword and say the word Galasvar, and it glows in a 20-foot radius.
Okay. As soon as the sword appears and as the actual elven words are said, the runes ignite and the light begins to emanate out from the blade. You hear this faint shimmering, ringing emanate from the blade itself as it is invoked. And at that moment, there's a sound. And you glance over in the direction of where you first saw it, and you see a movement, a large arcing movement, something white move, and then a shape begin to suddenly spread out over in your direction as a large net begins to descend in the direction. I need everybody to make a dexterity check. You both have advantage because you saw them.
What?
Oh, it's
I have
fucking.
advantage, and then also
Is it a check or a save?
It's saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
6.
natural
6.
20.
7.
1, but I'll use the ring of evasion to succeed.
Okay.
23.
19.
18.
30 total.
All right. So, as the net descends, Caduceus and Beauregard, you reach out and grab whoever's nearest to you. You manage to pull Yasha aside as you dodge out of the way. Caleb, there's an sudden burst of arcane inspiration within you, and your body shifts faster than it normally does, and you pull out of the way. You rolled a
23.
23. You go ahead and just roll out of the way.
Question.
Ooh. What's your question?
Is this considered a missile?
Not in that way, no.
Okay.
Good call, though. This is a wide net. This is about 40 feet from end to end.
Okay.
However, the two of you, in trying to rush out, don't quite get far enough before it descends on you. Heavy, thick, coarse rope about that big around falls, only patches about that wide between each, and it's weighted at certain points where it feels heavy when it falls on you. As soon as it hits, you hear
Giant.
and you see rising from both sides, about 10 to 12 feet to the shoulder, these squat humanoid forms with thick, white, coarse hair across their bodies. Dull, gray, almost blue patches of skin beneath where their face and hands are. You can see bandoliers of leather. You've encountered creatures like this before. These are Yetis.
Yeti.
And you see them as they stand up, weapons at the hand, shouting as they crest the edge, and you see one stand up larger than all the rest. One hulking behemoth of a Yeti as it crests to the top of the hill, holding this giant, jagged-looking hook spear at the end, and just goes, and begins charging inward. And that's where we're gonna take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment. We'll see you guys here.